can't, brother. I am different from men. Whoever touches it will surely die. Brother-in-law, let me die once. To satisfy women's hearts. This man, even dead, is also not afraid. He knelt on the ground. Seeing him so hard, this woman also complied with him. Fall into the hands of this man. Taozhi is a widow. Life her from already very strong. When she was little, father died. Then mother was also seriously ill. Not long gone from this world too. Taozhi because of that. Aunt Ina hateful. Aunt wants to send Taozhi to a rich man's house to be a concubine. Taozhi runs away. So immediately looked for Enhijia to think about. Seeing that the day will come when auntie will bring the rich man's betrothed here. Enhijia can quickly marry Taozhi to Enhitu. But that Enhai had long since enlisted in the army. Seeing the war in the south is about to begin, Hitu will also report to the army tomorrow. If she marries Taozhi, then Taozhi would become a widow quickly. Taozhi saw things in the house full of dust. And the food is cold. She didn't say anything and quickly prepared food for Hitu. Even help him clean the house. When Hitu saw Taozhi diligent, inside he was a little confused. Now touch my heart because of Taozhi. That night Taozhi wore mother's red dress. Had a simple reception with Hitu. After the reception, they haven't had the first night yet. Hitu had received news that he had to leave for the battlefield. Short time and hard missions. Hitu never had the chance to say goodbye to Taozhi. Immediately follow with the others. But not for long. Taozhi heard the news that Hitu had died. Now Taozhi is not living like a widow anymore, but officially a widow. Taozhi wasn't too sad because of that either. Instead focus on taking care of the abandoned peach tree. Regarded the peach tree as his own child and cared for it. Every day, water manually to catch the deep. Shivan talked to the tree. Under his careful care, the peaches from the peach tree are big and sweet. The people in the village were excitedly discussing Taozhi's fate. Enhijia could not bear to see Taozhi suffer such humiliation. He hoped that Taozhi would get someone who once loved Taozhi. Shut up, gossipy people. Not long after, a man appeared in Taozhi's life. The man being chased by the soldiers. He leaked the secret to Taozhi's house to hide. Keep calling him brother-in-law. Please, would you like to hide it here? Taozhi was brought in. A man poses as his husband walks past soldiers. Taozhi thought he could escape. But the soldiers had bad intentions towards this simple girl. Seeing them would humiliate him. The man who didn't say a word fought with him. During the chaos, the man knocks them out. As soon as he let his guard down, one soldier behind wakes up. Kill a man with a gun. The man had a strange reaction and immediately dodged. Taozhi on one side saw two people fighting. While agitated, she took a pole and knocked the soldier unconscious. Then coordinate with the man. Throw the spirit body down the mountain. Done with the soldiers. The man only realized now that his hand was injured. Taozhi brought him back home. Then called the doctor for him. Upon inspection, the man was only injured on the outside. The new Taozhi calmed down. The first night, the husband hugs and kisses his wife. Just want to move. Suddenly there was a knock on the door. After opening the door, the man was forced to become a soldier. And the first night was a fiasco like that. Before leaving he gave the house to his wife. And promised that he would come back. Arrange a big wedding for him. Only regretting this hasty parting. Very quickly became a farewell. After her husband died, Taozhi quickly found another man. That person is trading peaches. These years have helped the people in the village sell peaches. Every year waiting for the peaches to ripen. He's new to the village. This time on the way back to the village, he being chased by soldiers. Taozhi helps save lives. At the same time, he also saves Taozhi's life in an accident. So the two are fated to fall in love. Secretly in love with each other. Taozhi saw the peach merchant wake up. Immediately make him a bowl of boiled eggs. And personally feed him. The peach merchant was afraid that her husband had misunderstood. So want to go quickly. Suddenly detained by Taozhi. Stay at his house to recuperate until he recovers. During this time Taozhi would make stew for him. Even washing feet and cutting nails. Serving peach merchants is like a wife serving her husband. Peach merchant to thank you. Immediately help Taozhi harvest peaches. Seeing Peach has a sweet and big Taozhi. So buy at a high price for him. And promise him. He will help Daci sell peaches at a high price. I sell to Korea. At that time we'll sell all your peaches to important people in Korea. Definitely a high price. Daochi saw a face full of confidence. So give peaches to this guy. But when he saw this person, he was hard on peaches. Daochi was a little heartless. So he harvested peaches himself. This peach garden is his only message. So each time take one peach. It's like cutting one of his children. Made her cry. It's not easy picking up a few baskets of peaches. When Daci saw the flesh of peaches leave reluctant eyes, the two promised to meet again soon. But after breaking up, Daci still couldn't hold back the sadness in his heart, running to the top of the mountain. While crying alone, on the way home, she deliberately measured the peach merchant's footsteps. After returning home, she brought the nostalgia with him. Change into canvas shoes. Before every night's sleep, Daochi was so lonely that it was hard to resist putting him to sleep. In his heart now there is only that person. So she doesn't need sleep aids anymore. Instead, lying on the bed that the peach merchant slept on. Feel the taste while sleeping. After the peach blossoms withered, a new hut appeared again. After going through the spring, the peach tree bears fruit again. Look at the peaches that are about to ripen. Daochi day after day waiting for the peach merchant to come as promised. Very fast for appointment date. The peach merchant did come right on time. When Pichi saw him coming, she made poached eggs in boiling water for him. Though both have not said love, but love in the eyes, express their thoughts. Enhigia came to play by chance. See Peach's merchant and Dachi so close. So he also teased the peach merchant by saying that his eggs were naked in the boiling water. Actually, all the wives in this village make food for their husbands. Want to mate for them. Young couple in love. Under Enhigia's encouragement, when picking peaches together, the peach trader has admitted that widows can stand pain. Tie the cloth tightly under the protruding belly. The widow did that. It's all about hiding her unwanted pregnancy. But no matter how much she hid his stomach, can't get past the old man's eyes. After her husband died in battle, she often associates with the peach seller in the village. Since seeing the peaches seller, the two of them do something in the peach orchard. That this child belonged to the peach merchant. The peach merchant ate the boiled eggs made from Daochi. Deep down in the heart of happiness, he promised Daochi, this time after reaching the city of peaches sold out, he will sell all his possessions. After that, he will return to Daci to take care of the peach garden for the rest of his life. Daochi was very quickly moved by his promise. Before leaving, she gave all of Mimnev's shoes to the peach seller. Not even the jade pendant that she usually wore all over her body. Also give it as a talisman. After a moment's hesitation, Daochi finally sent the peach merchant away. The merchant immediately left. Enhigia immediately brought a message like lightning to keep the sky clear. It was Pong Hitu who deserved revolution. Also gave a golden board to Hito. Daochi did not want to accept this yellow board. But Enhigia says this plaque is the glory of the village. It is also the honor that the happy cabinet left for Daochi. Daochi had no reason to refuse. Enhigia looked at Daochi's belly. He also understood his heart. This should be Daochi's personal matter. Enhigia also agreed. But now is the widow of a revolutionary. She definitely can't get married again. The peach merchant went all over the place. All are sparrows. Choose the nest that spawns and go. It has nothing to do with them. Say maybe fly and never come back. Although the second master said a lot, Daochi did not want an abortion. She still believed that the peach merchant would come back to find him. But in the twinkling of an eye, months have passed. See, the fruit in the peach garden is ripe again. The peach seller still hadn't returned. And Daci's stomach can't hide anymore. Enhigia is still advising him to get rid of this child. Once Daci doubted whether to believe the second family should have an abortion or not. The peach merchant here is being chased by the National Army. After he was caught by the National Army, beaten and locked in a dark room, faintly aware, the peach merchant touched a piece of jade from Dachi. Now there is hope to live on. Hesitated for a long time. Then Dachi to go to the hospital. She was hesitant to see the actual abortion operation. The courage that was swelling in his heart immediately swelled up. After rushing home, Daochi doesn't want an abortion. She still wants to keep the baby and wait for the peach merchant. But his lie is still acknowledged by Enhigia. Daochi never forgot that peach merchant. He could only take his final method. Enhigia tells Daochi he has met a smart person. As a result, the person said that the peach seller had an accident and died. Doshi couldn't believe it. Then, he went alone to find out the person followed Enhigia's words to let him. This person tells you if you want that person back. With Daochi's life, it also brought disaster to the peach merchants. Daochi listened to the teacher's words like a stab in the heart. But after he left, Dao's wife blames Dao for taking money from Enhigia. He's basically a cheat. After returning home, Daochi put on his clothes. He thought old man because of him died. Even the husband she met was only once killed by her. Now I bring disaster to the peach merchant. So she took his son behind the house to kill himself. Go to the gold stream to find a peach merchant. Wait for the merchant to run away. Back to the peach orchard. Right now, all he could see was his grave. He regretted. He knelt down in regret. Keep repeating Daochi. Exchange love. God doesn't love. Every year after that, Daochi's death anniversary, every peach seller plants a peach tree near his grave. Until he is old, he still came looking for Daochi. When he died, he as usual leaned against the tombstone. No one knows the peach merchant's real name. So using his peaches business as a name, Enhigia and the villagers buried him beside Daochi's grave. Behind the tombstones, the two of them, a peach orchard planted by a peach dealer for peaches.